For Work Together 11.2, we're going to be posting to an accounts receivable ledger this time. So it's very similar to 11.1, but instead of accounts payable, we're now doing accounts receivable. So the same steps we followed last time, we're going to do again this time. So start a new page for an accounts receivable ledger account for Brandy Sparks. So I'm going to find Brandy Sparks on here. And we're going to type her name in here. And she's going to be customer number 140. I need to open her beginning balance for October 1st of the current year to be $212. So October 1 balance. And it's going to be $212. And as you can see now, we have a debit balance and not credits because we're not working with accounts that we owe money on. So there's our first transaction. The next thing we need to do is to post the accounts receivable debit entry on line 5 of the sales journal to the account receivable account for Brandy Sparks. So we needed to open the sales journal. So we're going to scroll a little bit here so we can see. Oops. Move this over a little bit. Alright, so there's our sales. So Brandy Sparks' number is 140. And we're going to be posting down here from the 20th from sales 10, sales journal to page 10, 576.64. We have a debit and a debit, so we add the 212 plus that will give me a total for 788.64. All right, next transaction, we're going to be using post the accounts receivable credit entry on line 9 of the cash receipts journal to the accounts receivable account for Alfredo Lopez. So we need to open the cash receipts journal. So I'm going to scroll back up here. I'm not sure why this. Let's see. Alright, so we have to get to our cash receipts journal. So I'm going to go up here at the top. I'm going to select cash receipts. I already am opening up my Alfredo Lopez account too because that's what I'm going to use right now. And we need to do line 9, which right here, Alfredo Lopez, his number is going to be 130. And we're going to be using the date of the 21st down here. It's going to be CR12. And we are going to be crediting this 254.40. So 254.40. Debit, credit, so subtract. We're going to get a balance of 1272. Alright, next transaction. I need to post the credit entry on line 3 of the general journal to the accounts receivable account for David Bishop. So I'm going to open up David Bishop. I'm also going to open up my general journal. So up here I'm going to select general journal. And we can see right here is where David Bishop is. So his account number is 110. We're going to see if we can scroll up a little bit here for you. So there's 110. It was on the date of the 12th from G11 for General Journal, page 11. And it's going to be a credit of 55. As you can see right here, credit for 55.12. So we have a debit and a credit. So take your 238.50 minus 55.12 gives you a 183.38. All right. So my last direction tells me that I need to prepare a schedule of accounts receivable for Graphics Inc. on October 31st of the current year. So I'm going to get these down here for you. So I'm going to open up each individual ledger right now. We're going to start with David Bishop first. First thing you need to do down here is it's the Graphics Inc. So Graphics Inc. is a schedule of accounts receivable, and our date was also October 31st. Starting with David Bishop, and it is 183.38. Next one on my list, Maria Farrow. Maria, hers was 286.20. Brandy Sparks, it's gonna be my next name. Open up her. Nope, I missed Alfredo. Sorry about that. Alfredo Lopez. And then Brandy Sparks. Alfredo was 1272. And lastly, Brandy Sparks. And she had 788.64. And we need to get our totals, total accounts receivable. Add those four numbers up, we get a total for 2530.22. And in my book direction, it tells me that I should have a general ledger balance as $2,530.22. So as you can see, accounts receivable and accounts payable are very comparable. They just have different balances, but you do the same things. You just post them the same way, you do the math the same way, you put the same journal numbers in and such. So just make sure you take your time, find the correct journal, find the correct account, and make sure you post them where they belong. All right, that's it for 11.2. Go ahead and try 11.2 on your own. Good luck.